Dr. Quinn, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us, what type of feedback are you getting from your patients when it comes to the flu vaccine?
Well, Jade, I'm actually getting a split reaction from patients. A lot of my patients are very enthusiastic and they're like, yes, we want to get our flu vaccination, and we're giving them that flu vaccination right here in our clinic at the time that we inform them about it. But then there's the other half, and these are people that are concerned, and the concerns are very similar to the concerns that they've had for the last 15 years. Number one concern, doctor, will this make me sick? And I tell them that they can have some mild side effects, maybe a little pain at the injection site, maybe a little fever or fatigue, but it usually resolves within 24 hours. But if they get the flu, the symptoms are a whole lot worse, and it can last for quite a while, and it can take your life. But then there's the question of, if I get the flu vaccination, will it cause me to get the flu? And I assure them that this is not the case. It does not happen. The flu vaccination will not cause you to get the flu. And I just reemphasize that this year is the most important year to get the flu vaccine than ever.
I know, because there's a concern out there about a possible twin-demic. I've heard that term before. So what are some of the benefits of getting the flu vaccine that you've been sharing with your patients?
Well, I expressed to them that getting the flu vaccine gives you a good chance of not getting the flu. And that's the take home. Anything we can do to keep our health up during this pandemic is so important. Because if you don't take your flu shot and you get the flu, now you have to seek medical care. And all the medical clinics, they're overwhelmed. Or let's say you get really sick and you need to go to the emergency room or the hospital. They're overwhelmed as well with people treating coronavirus patients, or if you need ICU. So your health will be compromised because of the coronavirus pandemic. And then there's a chance that you can get the flu and coronavirus together, which has been the case for a few of my patients. And in that scenario, your body is having to fight the flu and coronavirus, and there's a much higher chance that you can get very sick or even lose your life. So that's why it's so important this year that everyone get that flu vaccination.
Yeah, that would be terrible to have both the flu and COVID. Oh, gosh, I just couldn't imagine that. And with the COVID-19 infection rates currently being up, what is said with getting both the vaccines, with the flu and COVID-19 vaccines?
You know, I had the greatest conversation this morning with one of my colleagues at one of the local pharmacies, and she was telling me how they're really trying to do both vaccines on the same day. And this is very convenient, because when the pandemic first started, when we first started giving out the vaccinations around December, January, there was a question: how long of an interval do you need to wait between the vaccinations of coronavirus and getting your flu shot? Well, the CDC, the FDA, and all the other health authorities have determined that you can get both vaccines on the same day. And this is very handy because everybody's really busy right now. People are working, but if you go to your Walmart or your Walgreens, you can get both vaccines. You have to get one in this shoulder and the other in the other shoulder. And that way you can knock it out. If you come to clinics such as our clinic where we're doing the COVID vaccinations or the flu vaccinations, you can get both the same day. And we hope that this can help more people get vaccinated for the flu and coronavirus. Especially, we're looking at September the 20th, when there's a high probability that we'll start these boosters. But the FDA, they actually meet on the 17th, of September to finalize this decision. But in that case, we'll be having people coming in for their boosters 8 months after they got their last vaccinations. So this will be very helpful, and we can get people vaccinated, and we can potentially save a lot of lives.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're all about, saving lives, Dr. Quinn. Well, thank you so much for checking in with us and answering these questions, and we'll hear from you again next week on 12 News at Noon. And we would like to hear from you if the situation called for it. Would you be willing to get vaccinated against COVID every year? This is our 12 News Connect question of the day. Vote yes or no. You can head over to WJTV.com/12 News Connect to vote. And stick around for more 12 News at Noon. We'll be right back.